What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Car Studio. I am pulling into the dealership right now. This is Astorg of Charleston. It's Mercedes, Jaguar, Volvo, and I'm here today to pick up my new flip. I finally found a car worth buying to flip for the channel, and I'm excited for it. So we're gonna pull in here and talk to a buddy of mine who's a Volvo technician and close this deal. All right, here it is, 2014 Volvo S60. So what's up with it?
It's got a rod knock for sure, 100%.
A rod knock. 14 model, how many miles are on it?
104.
104,000 miles and it's got a rod knock. Unbelievable. It was either not taken care of or Volvo messed up one time. They messed up. Somebody got carried away with some spray paint here. It's nice. Man, could you imagine buying a car brand new and paying it off, and as soon as it's paid off, the motor is junk?
They literally just paid the car off.
Unbelievable. So how apparent is the rod knock?
Extremely apparent. It's very loud.
Great. We can't start it because it needed a new starter. They bought a new starter, and then when it had a rod knock, they took the starter back to get some of their money back, recoup some of their losses. But I mean, it's a 14 model. I'm still going to show you guys how to make a little bit of money on something like this. Let's check out what the interior looks like. Black ice. Okay, good choice. Bet this was a stand-up citizen right here on this. Cloth. Can't hide money. Interior's not bad. Clean up. It's really not dirty at all. What's up, guys? I had to come inside the showroom real quick to talk to my friend Ryan.
What's up, guys?
He is a Land Rover
sales guide.
And let me just show you this showroom real quick, and then he's going to show us a new Defender. They just remodeled this dealership, and it is beautiful. They have all kinds of cool vehicles in here right now. The other side, the Mercedes side, is full of AMGs, and then you have Audis. They have an RS6 Avant out there. Just crazy inventory, especially where we live. But Ron right here is going to talk about the Defender and show it to us real quick.
Yeah, so what we have here is a 2021 Land Rover Defender 110. The original Defender that a lot of people have seen went out of production in 2016, and they have been working on this new model for the last 6 years because they wanted to replace it and kind of update it. They really wanted to keep kind of the ruggedness, but bring in some of the modern technology and stuff that Land Rover is really known for. So this one is in the Fuji White. It is a X Dynamic, and it is equipped with the P400 engine that puts out 400 horsepower. It actually has a inline 6-cylinder with a turbo and electric supercharger in it. So it is a very cool car.
What a setup! 400 horsepower, inline 6. Electric supercharger. Wow. I didn't even know that they made those. That's
yeah,
insane.
it actually is. Land Rover started to roll out it's a mild hybrid in a sense, and it is a 48 volt system that they have in there, and that is what powers the supercharger. And then when you're actually under 10 miles an hour, it will capture some of that energy, and when you go to take off, it will use the electric motors to kind of propel the car forward and obviously power the supercharger. But really makes for a really nice, fast, comfortable car that's actually really good on gas.
I'm sure its performance numbers are better than eBay electric supercharger from China.
Yeah. Land
Rover perfected it. And I noticed this when I first walked up to it. It has a rag top. I thought that was crazy.
Yes, it's a new fabric top that they brought out for 2021. They launched this in 2020, but COVID kind of messed up some of the shipping on that.
And he was just showing me off camera that these have rubber floors, like an old work truck package pickup truck. These are actually really geared towards off-road use, which is what Land Rover's always been known for.
Yeah. Do you want to see the interior?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the passenger side. And, man, this thing looks so rugged and sleek.
So this is the new 2021 Defender. They fully redesigned it. They tried to keep in mind some of the luxury aspects and seating stuff that you'd really like, but they tried to gear it towards off-road things. You see here. You notice this here is actually cast magnesium, and they have the same element in there. And while these are both trim pieces, when you come over here and you look and you see it on the crossbeam there, that is actually structural to the car.
It's awesome.
And you'll notice,
And it's got screens everywhere. So what is this? This is the backup camera?
this is the clear sight camera, and so you have a typical rear view, but when you flip that, it turns the camera on in the rear. So if you have a bunch of stuff and you're packing and you're off-road, you can actually see behind you. And then on the highway, you have the added benefit of not only seeing your lane, but each lane on either side there.
Man, that's nuts. Like right now, I don't know if I can, well, yeah, you can see it. This is actually a video of the showroom, you know, the back of the car pointing towards the showroom.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Looks like there's a lot of room back there too.
There is quite a bit of space in the vehicle.
And then that awesome panoramic roof with the rag top. No offense to Land Rover if they take offense to me saying rag top, but that's just...
Call it a rag top, they say fabric. I mean, tomato, tomato.
Let's see the sticker price on this unit.
Sticker price on this.
That's actually less than I expected. Let me get my camera to zoom focus here. There we go. 74. Wow, I was really expecting over 80.
What is really cool about the Defender actually is Land Rover really wanted to make a car that you can commercialize and use for work, or you could check all the boxes on it and get all the luxury features you want. I've actually sold a Defender that was 58 grand to a gentleman that owned a farm in Virginia. And he just was a big Land Rover nut, and he wanted to just drive it around his farm and use it to pull equipment. And then I've also, on the other end, sold one that was 94 grand, and it was loaded up with just every option you could imagine. So wow. They really allow owners to kind of build and curtail to what they're going to use the vehicle for.
Wow, if I sold all of my vehicles, I might have a down payment for one. Okay, so I didn't realize how tall this thing just got, but I am just under 6 feet, and look how big this thing is. It was not that tall until he raised it up just now.
The other kind of cool thing that you can find out on this is up in the corners in the back, they have what's called Alpine Windows. And in the first Defenders, when they were testing them out, the engineers were going to do cold weather testing, and they were on their way to Switzerland. And kind of a last minute thing they did, because they used to have bench seats sideways like this, was actually cut those windows in the top corner so they could see the top of the mountains. And that stuck on all the Defenders, and they made sure to incorporate that that heritage piece in there.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Here they are on the outside. You can't even see them on the outside. They did a great job integrating them with the roof line there. Is this coming out of the mirror right now?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this is like a light that shines down that says Defender when you close the door. How awesome is that? Check out this cargo area back here. So much room. And he was just telling me that they offer a third row seat in this, but if you don't get the third row seat, then you've got all this storage under here as well. It's nuts. I'm very impressed. This is way more than I was expecting.
So unfortunately, I lost the video of our test drive in the Land Rover Defender. Ryan Gillering was gracious enough to let me take it for a spin, and it was amazing. Really was surprised not only of the cost of that vehicle, but also the performance and how well it drove. For an off-road vehicle, the first bump I hit, I was like, wow, that was way smoother than I expected. You would think with its suspension setup and how big it is and heavy that it would just be a little bit rough, and you know, it's made for off-road, but that's not the case. It's actually very smooth driving, and 400 horsepower, and that really moves it down the road. I got on it a little bit and my head was pinned to the seat. Power was just like that. It's very responsive. So if you are in the market of a new Land Rover or any brand that Astor Auto sells, which is Land Rover, Mercedes, Audi, Volvo, and Jaguar, then make sure you go see Ryan Gillering. So real quick on the Volvo, we did buy it. It was 800 bucks, and all it needs to run is a starter, and I found a used one for I think like 50 bucks. It's on its way. As soon as that comes in, I'm gonna put that on, load it on the trailer, bring it to the house. We'll do a quick little detail on it, take some good pictures. Staging is very high key when it comes to selling a car, and we'll talk about that when the time comes. But I'm gonna show you guys how to make money on even something that needs a $3,000 engine, not including labor. So stay tuned, and new video possibly Friday, definitely by Saturday, updating you on the Volvo.